Hey y'all. Hey Wanda girl. I love you, Queen. Happy blessed day today. How y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? Because I know I'm blessed and highly favored. And so what time, Wanda, did they have on the video? Because something went wrong. What time they had on the video, Wanda? What time they had on the video, Wanda? Thank you, girl. Did they have today? You can hear me, Wanda? Hey, no, my girl. 10:15 in the morning, 10:15 at night. Oh, yesterday's day. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Queens. Hey, y'all. Love y'all. We got 3 likes and 6 people in here. Thank you, Sandra. I love y'all, Queens. Thank y'all. Y'all know that must have was a mistake. Y'all know it was a mistake for it to say 10 something. Yeah. Well, y'all know the devil be busy at time. Y'all do know that. So, y'all, today we talking about mental health. And the reason why we're talking about mental health is because we got a lot of mental health that's going on. A lot. A lot of people got a lot of mental health going on. Let me adjust. I'm trying to adjust my camera. Yay. Can y'all hit the like button on your way in? Let me fix my clothes. You know what, y'all can always shut a live. Y'all can shut a live to let people know that I'm on here, right? Because they'll come up with an excuse saying that. Hey Cynthia, hey girl, hey Queen. So y'all, thank y'all for the likes matching. The 5 up there is 5 and 5. Thank y'all. That's the people that I know got love for me. Like that too. So y'all, we will be talking about mental health. And the reason why I want to talk about mental health, because they have a lot of people that's in denial about them being mentally messed up. And they don't want to really accept the fact that they are mentally messed up. And I think, I'm going to just say this, and we're going to agree to disagree. And some of y'all might feel like y'all not messed up. But in reality, to be honest, a lot of us is really mentally messed up. If you've been hurt, misunderstood, used, abused, stepped on, spit on, mistreated, ain't nothing wrong with you being a little mentally. See, a lot of people can't identify when some people got mental issues that's going on with them. When you're the type of person, know you've been hurt, know you've been through a lot of stuff in your life, but you keep a lot of stuff to yourself because at the end of the day, you know you're going to be judged. So they got a lot of people that have hidden agendas and they mentally and physically messed up. And a lot of mental start with mamas, daddies, children, grandchildren, mamas, papa, ancestors. A lot of us, in our own special way, have stuff that we deal with mentally. You're right, Cheryl. Trauma. And somebody on here might say, oh no, I don't have nothing wrong with me. I'm not mentally unbalanced. If you ain't up, if you you can feel like that. But if you've been through something in your life, you might not look at it as being mentally unbalanced. But at one point of time, even if you're not in your mind, feel like you never been mentally unbalanced. But I'm here to tell you, we all is mentally unbalanced. All right, clap back, Queen. Hey, Queen girl. We all is mentally unbalanced. And some people would say, oh no, because none of us got all the answers. While we on here, I'm asking for the friend in the back. I'm blessed, Queen. I'm asking for the friend that's in the back that y'all can't see. Um, I'm only asking for a friend. Do you think that in your delusional mind, and some of y'all think like that, oh, I ain't never been through nothing. I ain't never been cheated on. I ain't never did nothing to nobody. I ain't never stole. I ain't never lied. I ain't never did none of that. If you one of them people that's on my YouTube channel and that say I ain't never did nothing, I ain't never been through nothing, this the wrong channel for you. Because over here, I'm sure everybody on here, my regulars, gonna admit they been through some shit in their life. Hey Gigi, hey Queen. Cause let me be the first to say, and I'm not asking for a friend. I know in a lot of ways I'm mentally unbalanced. I'm not delusional. Hey Dana, I'm not delusional. I'm not crazy. I might be bipolar sometimes, but at the same time, I thank God that Jehovah is my life. Hey Sandra, hey Queen. Nobody's perfect. So I thank God for being in my life. Because if he wasn't in my life, I'd be fully mentally unbalanced. See, I know how to recognize. And when the weapons try to form against me, I know who to go to. At one time, I didn't. At one time, I wanted to take stuff into my own hand and handle it my way. Now I know better. And to know better is to do better. So if you're on here and you're going to paint a perfect picture of yourself and act like you ain't never had nothing to go on in your life and you ain't never went through nothing in your life, this not the YouTube channel for you. Because over here is where it's real. I'm just saying. Over here is where it's real. So, again, the topic for today is mental and physical abuse. And we're going to start from the top. It starts from the people that brought you here in life. Because it starts from somewhere. If you got a mama or you have a daddy, and which we all do, even if they're not here, It's somewhere down the line. Somebody was mentally and physical unbalanced. But they ain't gonna tell you why you the person why you have the ways that you have or why you like you are. When all the while you thinking it's you. You beating yourself up thinking it's you when it's not. It started from them. Of course, you might have the mama that's private. She don't tell nobody her business. You might have the daddy that's private. But you trying to figure out why your life like it is. Let me just be real with y'all. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just saying. It's a life that you was brought into. And all the chaos and all the drama was there before you. It just was passed down to you. And you got to know how to break the cycle. And the only way you're going to break the cycle if you draw closer to Jehovah. Because the enemy don't love nobody. That part, Sandra, back at your queen. The enemy don't love nobody. So why I got to look at you and think that you are the perfect one? Church people. I'm just saying. Because the church people want you to believe the church get on my damn nerve. Come on now. The church people want you to believe, some of them, that they're holier than thou. But before you became so-called, allegedly, holier than thou, and what you've been through in your life that draws you closer to Jehovah if you ain't never been through nothing. I'm asking for a friend. Seems like the older I get, the wiser I get. And I have more wisdom now. Unlike some of y'all. Some of y'all older grandparents and parents, y'all pass the curse down to the generation and your ass not going to even be here to see it. You know why a lot of y'all mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfather, you know why a lot of y'all don't have a lot? You know why? Because y'all passing the generational curse down to the next generation. And I'm going to say it loud again. And your ass ain't going to even be here to correct it. Why is it Gigi, Sandra, Dina, Wanda, Clapback Queen, Cheryl, Dina, Linda, why is it that a lot of people that know wrong from right, they look at their children, they look at their grandchildren, and they play dumb to the fact to They know what was going on in the family, and they just ain't never said nothing. And they look at you, and they look at you, they look at the children, they look at the grandchildren, and they sit their ass up there like they don't know why the children is who they are. Clock that T. So you gonna sit around and be around here running over the mouth, talking about everybody children, everybody grandchildren, everybody mom, everybody daddy, like you ain't never had no shit that go on in your life. Yes, they do shower and clap back queen. They sweep it under the rug. But you know the cool part about it, shower, clap back queen, Wanda Dina. You know, y'all know what's the cool part about it? They sweep it. No, we ain't gonna say they sweep it under the rug. They buried it in the backyard. Somebody just dropped the mic. So I'm saying to you, Pickaboo, and to you, when your daughter or your son or your grandchildren or your niece or nephews, and they want to question you and ask you, mama, daddy, why all this happening to me? Why I gotta be like this? Why I'm going through so much in my life? Why people don't like me? You don't even give them a valid reason, and you got the answer. But you and you're going to take that to your grave, huh? And you're going to leave all the mess behind, and your ass going to be 6 feet under. And you done left all that shit for them, and your ass ain't even here no more. That poor Gigi going along to get along. And when people start talking about your daughter or your son is a pum, your daughter is a hoe, you going to act like you ain't never been a hoe. I'm just saying. Oh, I forgot your definition of a hoe. And I keep on getting y'all the definition of a hoe. But y'all got your own frame of mind or what y'all believe a hoe is. Because I broke it down to y'all the last time. But since you over here and you over there want to paint a picture and justify, oh, well, the hoes on the highway and the byways, at least we can identify who they are. Unlike you and you. You is an undercover hoe. Hoe. Him and her. Hold up. So let me be real with y'all. If I came on here and said some of the shit that I could say, I'm already a star. But I get there a little faster. Because some of y'all been living a lie. And y'all pass that shit down to your fucking children. I'm just saying. Because in spite of my imperfection and all the stuff I've been through in my life, I got this one son that I could go sit down and tell everything. And he ain't gonna judge me. He don't give a damn. Because him love his mom. But one thing he do know, his mom ain't gonna tell him no anything. But I got a secret here in my heart. And I can't even tell my friends. That's you. I'm just saying. So that mental, this goddamn shirt just getting on my damn. I'ma just take it the fuck off. So that mental and that physical abuse, it run deep. If people was going to jail, if people was going to jail when I was a little girl, my mama be under the jail. Lock that tea. I love my mama to death. Still love her. But my mama chastised and beat the piss out of me. I'm just saying. I got an ass whipping from here to Zumando. Right, right one. I got an ass whipping that I'll never forget. Right, right now. A lot. Let me tell y'all something. From my grandmother. My grandmother paid the way where none of her grandchildren had to work. My grandmother was the first black person to live on her street in New Orleans East. My grandmother had a little white dog. At this time, she was the only black person on that block. The people next door, I never forget, they hung my grandmother dog. It was a little poodle. I don't know who the dog was for because I was a little girl, but I remember going outside and we saw the dog had a rope around his neck and he was hung. And my grandmother had a black angel in front of her door. And somebody threw white paint and covered the whole black angel. So our ancestors and our grandparents and all that kind of stuff, they paved the way for a lot of us, and that's the thanks they get. So now families are divided because we got the newer generation that think they running shit. And my grandmother also told me this. My grandmother said one of her little brothers came up missing and they ain't never seen him again in life. They say, my grandma said he was sitting on the steps and they ain't never seen him again in life. That's what my grandma told me. And I bet you a lot of my cousins don't even know that. Because she ain't tell it to y'all. She told it to me. My grandmother kept shit together. We worked in the stove. We worked in the game room. We know how to cut the meat. We know how to cut the cheese. And she tried to help everybody in the project. She was letting them get food. Stuff that certain things you couldn't get with food stamp. She was letting them get what they need until they get their food stamp or they get their welfare check. The Arab wasn't doing that. The Arabs opened a store on the corner for my grandma. But black people that try to help, they black people in their community, you know who was the black people to report that they was taking food stamp and it was our own people. And she was only trying to help. And they got a fine from the store. And the store couldn't take food stamp no more because somebody got caught up in their feelings because my grandmother wanted her fucking money. So to be honest with y'all, we got a lot of these youngsters out there. You know what they believe in? The grandma, the grandpa. They look up to them because they believe they're supposed to be leading them in the right pathway, but they not. They not. But God see everything that y'all do and all the games y'all play, and He don't like it. You supposed to be an example. You the overseer over all these people. You're responsible for all these people to know better so they could do better. No, but you one of the ones that's keeping up the mess and confusion. I'm just saying. And you wondering why some of the kids is mentally unbalanced. And some of them even physically unbalanced because of you, and you. And especially you with the family secret. How long you gonna hold that secret until you tell your sisters and your brothers and your nieces and your nephew and your grandchildren? When you gonna tell them the truth? When you gonna tell them that your daddy got outside children outside the marriage? When you gonna tell them that their sister or their brother got another sister or brother and you know about it, but you ain't never said nothing? Wow. I'm just saying. It starts with the overseer. And then we got younger generations and they listening to you. Let me say this. I got a lot of nieces and nephews, and a lot of them love me. And I can raise my right hand to God. I've been good to each and every one of them if they've been around me. And I try to wonder sometimes. I said, I got all these nieces and nephews. My little nephew called me yesterday. And he always say, Auntie, I love you. I got certain ones that call me. And it's not a lot. And I say, out of all these children, some of them young adult, I don't even talk to them. And I can't fault them because it started with the parents. Because see me, my children, I ain't raised them to be disrespectful. I don't give a damn if you don't like my dad and my mom. You're not going to come and walk in this house. And I speak to everybody. I ain't doing it over here. But some of y'all think that shit cute because the niece, the nephews is disrespectful. So you going along to get along instead of telling them right from wrong. When you love somebody, you be honest with them, whether it hurt them or not. But you know what? Somebody then told my nieces and my nephews a lie about me. When at the end of the day, I was there for each and every one of them. On hands. And if I ain't ever did nothing for one of them, that's one that ain't never been around me. They got the best auntie in the world. My grandchildren have the best grandma in the world. One of them. And it's a blessing when you got grandchildren together Because at the end of the day, if we share grandchildren, that speak volume. And the cool part about it, if my son or my daughter and we share grandchildren, I ain't never did you nothing. You ain't never did me nothing. So what is the problem? Where your beef coming at? Or you gonna know what somebody else said? Wow. I know you saying in your mind. You over there. I'm so sorry. I got beautiful grandchildren. And if me and the hormones don't interact, I promise you it's not me. I promise it's not me. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to respect my children's in-law. Because that's still my grandchild, or the half of the family. Why would I beef with my grandchildren's mother? No, hold up, let me slow down. Why would I beef with my grandchildren's other grandmother? It's not me. Because I know I got a grandson. Just like I'm a grandmother, my grandbaby have another grandmother. And he got a good grandmother. A well-mannered grandmother. A respectable grandmother. Unlike you over there. And you over there. Because I think it's mighty stupid for you to hold a grudge against another grandmother, knowing that whether or not you like me, you got to see me. I'm just saying. So I be trying to understand. If somebody don't like you, Sandra, why? Why? Let's get to the bottom of this. Why you don't like Ann? What makes you think that you are more of a grandmother than me? And you have more access than me. But it starts with the children. But the mothers of the children, their mother, it starts with them. And let me tell you something. I'm not going alone to get along with nobody. With nobody. You mean to tell me out of all the grandchildren I have, and I have 3 grandsons and 1 granddaughter, and the only grandmother that I deal with and deal with me, let me see, is 1. I ain't had to think about that. I was thinking about something else. It's 1. It's 1 that got the opportunity to see me and know me for themselves. Because at one time they didn't know me. Now that they know me and see that I'm not the person that people portray me to be, we good. We ain't never been bad. I'm just saying, when people don't know you, they could only go off assumption of how other people portray you to be. And so you mean to tell me I got other grandmothers that don't like me? But the question is, and I'm asking for a friend, and a friend is me. What I ever did to you, I'm just saying. And what makes you think you're a better grandmother than me? I'm just saying. But you play a major part. A major part. Because you think you in control. You think you in control. But you not. Remember that little statement? You said, why? Why I have to have a baby with her? You don't remember you said that, right? You don't remember you said that? When you said that, that still was my daughter. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Queen. Hey, sister girl. Remember, because I remember you not want your son to be with my daughter. And now they got a baby together. And even though your son is not with my daughter, I love him to death. Because he ain't never disrespect me not one time. In spite of whatever went on with him and my daughter. I love him to death. You know why I love him? Because not one time he ever disrespect me. So the problem lies with you. Because I tried to get along with y'all other grandmas. But y'all like going along to get along. So the people y'all be around don't like me. So that make you and you not like me. Because y'all going along to get along. When if God put you in the line. Good night, Cosette. Queen, if God put you in the line right now, and he say, what my daughter ever did to you, you ain't even got a valid answer. You ain't gonna even know what to say. You know why? Because she ain't never did you nothing. And every time you said something you weren't supposed to say, I clap back. And that's what y'all don't like. That's what y'all don't like. See, when people get older, they supposed to get more mature. And they supposed to put away childish thinking and childish games and childish things. Oh, but no. How could y'all look at my grandchildren every day and hate their grandmother? They ain't never did y'all nothing. Because every time y'all look at my grandchildren, they look just like their grandma in a maze. I'm just saying. All these years, decades, and y'all still holding a grudge. And it have nothing to do with y'all. Not a damn thing. But when graduations come, baby showers, weddings, and all of that come. Y'all think it's all about y'all. And y'all think y'all the sergeant in charge when y'all not. And Jehovah be seeing how y'all be treating his daughter. Because he don't play about me. That's why y'all going through what y'all going through in your marriage and your relationships. And y'all go to church and y'all light candles and y'all do all that. And y'all still got hate in your heart for somebody who ain't never did y'all nothing. And then you got the nephews. And then you got the nieces. Y'all in y'all feelings because I'm talking about your auntie, huh? Y'all in y'all feelings because I'm talking about somebody that y'all love. Well, guess what? You know why y'all in y'all feelings? Because y'all going along to get along because that's y'all family. But what about what's right and what's wrong? Your sister don't speak because she don't like the fact that I clap back when you try to disrespect me. Your nephew don't speak because he feel the same way. And guess what? It's all good. Because I'm still going to continue to be who God created me to be. That only tell me who y'all always been. But one damn thing for sure, every time y'all look at them grandchildren, y'all going to see AMAs. See, the only way y'all could get on the right path by doing the right thing is drawing closer to God and not going to St. Jude's, Peter Claver Church, and all that is going. Go get fed, but they're going to tell you wrong from right. And when you hear him up there saying, well, you know what you're doing, and you're going to think he's talking to you, you know what you're going to do? You're going to put that little finger up and you're going to walk your ass out the church because you're going to feel like he's talking directly to you. And he was. So y'all wondering why a lot of these kids is mentally and physically messed up. Is because of grown adults. Grown adults. And y'all think kids don't see what the fuck y'all be doing? Y'all don't know one day they're going to get old? So you don't think you're going to get that back? Okay. Okay. So what makes, I'm asking for a friend. What makes the mama, grandma, better than the baby daddy? What makes, because you are the grandma or the daughter, what makes the other grandma, what makes you better than the other grandma? Oh, mama's baby, papa's maybe. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So who calling the shots? Where the mess and confusion start from? I'm asking for the twins, and both don't want to know. Where the mess and confusion started from? I guess I answer the question. It starts from the mama. Because I'm going to be honest with a lot of y'all. I got 4 children. I got one that don't have no children. But the ones that have children, they know better. And let me tell y'all this. I know my children. And y'all might say, oh, well, I know my children. My oldest son, he loved me to eternity. He don't have no kids. He's a good child. He don't dib dab when it come down to all that unnecessary shit. He not a street boy. But don't play with his smile. My second child, fashion bug. She is very stubborn. She like to have her way. And of course, she'll lie if she have to. She'll lie if she don't have to. I don't know what's the problem. But her, that's still my baby. I still love her. But for whatever reason, sometimes she feel she gonna be okay because I taught her wrong from right. My next child, Corianne. At one time, Corianne was very outspoken. Corianne would cuss like a sailor. And we get that from my grandma. And no matter what you say, Corianne is Corianne. Corianne is a very smart child, and she'll go get her. And she the one that before I spend my money on $2,000-3,000 purses and shoes and all that, I'm gonna make sure me and my family is good. She not that type of young lady. She stand on business, principles, and morals. And if you call her right now with some mess, she gonna cut you off and be like, we ain't doing that. We ain't talking about that. So she know God, and the relationship that we have now is a beautiful relationship. And I respect her mind. I respect her boundaries. And when it comes down to certain things, we don't talk about it, negative stuff. And she love her mama. And I thank God for that. Because we come a long way. And I thank God. I thank God. And when I buy stuff for my grandbaby, which is her son, and I give it to her, and when my grandbaby open the bag and say, wow, and he said, thank you, Mama. My mom bought me this. They allow him to they make a video of him, and they send it to me, and it be so overwhelming. I watch it 1,000 times. I might go to sleep and wake up and watch it again. And it's just a blessing, the relationship that her and I have now. I'm going to say this. It wasn't in my time. It was in God's time. And I think by me teaching them about God, and when they was young, going to church and stuff like that. And I think she never forgot that. And my grandmother always talked to her, and her grandmother was close on her daddy's side. And some of y'all might say she looked like me, but she looked just like her grandmother on her daddy's side. And my last child is Lil Corey, all facts, 6. Corey is a good child. Corey is a mama's boy. And a lot of times when me and Corey then had our little differences, that wasn't my child. Because that's not who he is. Lil Corey is the type of person he'll go get her. He not scared of nobody, but he don't bother nobody at the same time. In a lot of ways, Corey is me. He speak his mind, but on the other hand, I just feel like the way that I loved my children and the way that I loved them, I believe his children is his world. And I think he wouldn't do nothing in his world to jeopardize not being around his children. So I get it. I understand. But at the same time, I know my child. I know my child. And in a lot of ways, and when things happen and things I see, that's not my child. Because even though he's 30-some years old, he's still my child that I know. That's the child that cried. I don't want to go, Mom, I want to stay with you. That's the child, even as a young adult, that'll lay on the sofa right next to me and I'll play in his hair, scratch his head. That's still my child. But when we going through stuff in life with our kids, we don't see a lot of stuff. But we know our children. And I feel like sometimes our children could be manipulated by different people. And some of our kids be caught up till they can't see what's really going on. And it's sad to say that when they see it, they might say, I wish I would have saw it then. I wish I would have saw it. For some people, it'd be too late. But a lot of people don't realize is that Corey never was the one to get in trouble. To be honest, none of my children really got in trouble. And I'm not just bragging. But some kids be around certain people and certain spirits, and they become something that they're not. And the only way you can break that cycle or break that curse is to keep praying. Because the enemy can have a strong hold on your kids and you're wondering why. And in your mind, you're thinking it's your kids when it's really not. Because you know your children. You and I, we know our children. No matter what the world say, no matter what kind of picture they try to paint them to be or try to paint me to be, I know my children. And just think, if I would have just gave up and say, you know what, I'm gonna just back up. One day, me and my daughter, all of a sudden, life just changed. And we have a beautiful relationship. And I respect her boundaries. And at the same time, I pray for my other kids that I don't see that much, because God do answer prayers. And I would never give up on my children, because at the end of the day, they're still my children. Unlike some of y'all. Some of y'all be like, F them children. I'm not a mother that feel that way. I love my children. And even though they're young adults, I'm still going to tell them wrong from right. If you're doing something you don't have no business, I'm going to let them know that Jehovah going to chastise you one way or another. You can either get with this or you get with that. But he going to chastise you. And you might not like him when he chastise you. And I think a lot of y'all be afraid of losing your children, your grandchildren, your family. That's why y'all go along to get along. That's why y'all scared to tell your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews. Y'all scared to tell them the real because y'all don't want them to look at you some kind of way. Well, I'm not that type of person. I'm not. I'm not. And a lot of us as human beings is mentally abused. Some of y'all have physical abuse scars. And it's some stuff that, some tears that nobody will never be able to wipe away from some of us. No matter what you say, counseling and this and that and all that kind of stuff there, yeah, you'll be all right for a minute. But the biggest counseling I ever had in my life is with Jehovah. When he touched me and I talked to him, and I heard him say, I never leave you nor to forsake you. And I promise y'all, he never left me. That part, Gigi. And that's exactly what I stand on. And without him, I'm nothing. And if he wasn't in my life or wasn't a part of my life, some of the stuff that come up against me, I probably would have lost my mind. But I thank God for his mercy and his grace. I thank him for giving me the strength to endure. I thank him for the people that love me and the people that don't love me. Oh, well, I won't be the first and won't be the last because they don't even love themselves. And you around here wondering why you feel some kind of way. You got anxiety, you got nerve problem, you anxious. There's a lot of stuff. You can't be around people. And my trust issue with people, I'm non-tolerant now, but I see life in a different way. I see life in a different way. And I do know prayers changes things. Because when they had the storm, the ice storm out there, I was sleeping in my phone room. And it was my daughter. And she said, Mama, you got water, you got this. And I said, no, I had water, but not a whole lot. And she said, well, I'm going to send you some water. I said, okay. She sent me groceries, not just water. And that touched my heart. And I was like, Lord, thank you. The groceries was at the doorstep. And I said, Lord, I thank you. And I know my cries and my tears and my prayers wasn't in vain. That's why I say God don't come in our time. He come in his time. But to y'all, my sisters, my brothers, my kings and queens, don't give up on him because he ain't never gave up on us. Take a licking and keep on ticking. And you might be going through right now, but guess what? We've been doing it for a night, but joy gonna come in the morning. And if you know you've been doing stuff that you had no business, he is a forgiving God, 7 times 7. And he also still love you, but it ain't too late to turn your life around. I ain't perfect, but I acknowledge him. And all I'm trying to do is pass it on. That's all I'm trying to do. He give me the message and I'm the messenger. All I want somebody to do It's just surrender and draw closer to him and acknowledge him and have a personal relationship with him. Even if you're a person that don't know how to pray, talk to him like you're talking to me. Talk to him like you're talking to your son or your daughter. In the bathroom, in the closet, in the room, in the kitchen. And I promise you, he ain't gonna fail you. If y'all notice, on my platform, we talk about um, everyday life. And of course, when it's positive involved, you see less people. But you know the good part about life? The less people that you see now, you're going to see more later. I ain't never been no quitter. One day I'm going to wake up out of my sleep, and it's going to be millions of people watching little old me. You know why? Because I'm not afraid to share my testimony. I'm not afraid to talk about mental and physical abuse. Hey, Pam. Hey, Queen. I'm not afraid to talk about HIV. I'm not afraid to talk about my life and my past. I'm not afraid to give God the glory. What about you? I'm not ashamed of who I am. I ain't even ashamed of who I was. But look what I become out of everything I've been through. I don't look like nothing like I've been through. And I've been through hell and back. Now I'm blessed and highly favored. What about you? And I'm asking for me. What about you? Because you still whining about what you don't have. And you still wondering where you're going to get the money to pay your bills. You still worried. You know why you worried? Because you don't know the Alpha and Omega. And we only human. And it's okay to worry. But it's really not. Because if you really trust him, I'm going to say it loud for them in the back. He said, I will supply your each and every need. And there ain't a need that ain't been met over here. Clock that T. I'm just saying. What about you? Girl, you still worried? You still thinking about borrowing money from somebody? You still thinking about getting a loan? You still worrying about how you going to pay your taxes on your house? You still worrying about how you going to pay your car note? You still worrying about how you going to pay your car insurance? You still worrying about how you going to pay your rent? You still worrying about how you going to pay for the nursery? You still worrying about all the wrong shit. But I'm going to say it again. He said, not and, because I don't want y'all to get it confused. And not saying this. But for the pickaboos in the back, he said in his word, I will supply your each and every need. Him said that. Him said that. Because he him. That's what he said. So why you crying, you whining, and you worried? Oh, wait. I got the answer to that. Hold up. Let me get a sip of water. I'm going to ask you again. Girl, boy, why are you worried? I'm just asking for the twins. No, for the little people. Why you worried? Now, let me give you the answer. You know why you worried? Because you don't know him. Because you don't know him. Do I need to say it loud? Oh, why she hollering in the... Because this is my show going around. She watching AMAs. You don't want to watch her. You don't want to listen to her going around. And better yet, don't come out. Girl, you received this message? Because this message is for you. That's the enemy right there in your house. That's why you can't get your blessing. That one over there. That one that's sitting next to you on the sofa. That one that's laying in the bed next to you in your comfortable ass bed. That's the enemy. That's why you can't grow. I'm just saying. That's why you can't grow. Because you got a blessing blocker right next to you. But I also want to say, what's for you is for you when you get rid of him right here and her right there. Her right here, him right there, them. When you get rid of that, then you get your blessing. They are blocking your blessing. You need me to say it again? Mm-hmm. When God give you warning, when he give you a warning, because he gave me a warning. And you know the last warning he gave me from being around somebody? They tried to put me in jail for something that I ain't even do. They lied. They tried to destroy me by lying. And God could take my life. I would never. But what he told the police, if they was crooked police, or they just was being dirty, he would have sent me to jail for a long time. But God already had showed me who this man was. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I said I could just be his friend. Or I say, nope, you can't even be his friend. He obsessed with you. So how can you be his friend? Let me say it loud so y'all can hear. Since I'm in a wheelchair, with age that high enemy, guess what? They still have a man out there that's obsessed with me. Don't let that go over y'all head. I'm still lovable. Somebody still want me. I don't even want them. I don't want that type of love. And when they realized that I really didn't want them, and I just wanted to be their friend, trying to give them a chance to redeem themselves. But I've been saw them for who they was when they try to break my car glass and all that shit. And the last result, Because God said, I showed you a long time ago who he was. Like he showed me how a lot of y'all is. He showed me. The last straw was when the popos came knocking at my door. And you know what the person said? She gave you what? Try to say I give him something, some drugs. And God could take my life. He could take my life right now. And you know what the popo said? We know you ain't give him shit. All four of them. They say we've been watching you for years. And not in a bad way. Because where I live, when you come in, where I live, they know every car that you have. They know every door that you go in. They know every address in a subdivision that you live in. And they know I'm not that girl. And you know what they say? We don't ever want to see you over here ever again. Because you're a liar. This lady ain't never caused no trouble since she been living over here. That was the last straw. So I block you on every platform. I block you on every phone. And you still manage to call me from unknown numbers and from familiar numbers. So sometimes I just don't answer my phone. I don't answer through Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok because they call me all through there. I'm done. I don't even want to be your friend. You owe me. You almost, and I ain't gonna misspeak that. You tried to take my life from me because I ain't want to be with you. Hey, Nate. So, Sandra, Pam, Wanda, Gigi, Norma, Linda, I'm here to tell y'all the enemy is real. And the enemy look just like your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your sister, your brother, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephew, and your cousins. The enemy is not the strangers all the time. The enemy is the friend of you. That's what I'm saying. So when you get a warning and you see the sign, you better take heed. Because that first warning would have saved you from all the other stuff that you was about to go through. Because in my mind, without a shadow of doubt, and I'm going to be real with y'all, I know that Negro loved the ground I roll on. But he not for me. He's obsessed with me. But you know one thing for sure. You could pull up in New Orleans if I lived in New Orleans. But if you bring your regular ass over here, you ain't going to leave from over here. Because they don't play that over here. Clock that. I'm just saying. Look how you can have people around you that you think you can trust. Somebody that you help try to destroy me. Y'all got to see life for what it is. And it's real. And the people that you love the most, that's who gonna hurt you the most. If you allow them to. I'm tired of y'all justifying for people that's playing in people's face. I'm tired of y'all justifying for them. But let me tell y'all this. Let me say this. If I paid for all the shit I did, what makes you think you different? I'm just saying. Because when I was a young girl, I was on my high horse. I was jacking, robbing, stealing, hoeing, and I wasn't on the block. And back then, I was younger, I heard about people getting the HIV, but I never really knew nothing about it. And I never ran across it. I never been burnt a day in my life. Oh, but when you change your life and you get right, and you ain't living like that no more, and you're trying to forget about your past, oh, but the past got to catch up with you. You got to get that back. And I got that back. In some. I wish I would be around here crying. Oh, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm just I'm in a wheelchair. I ain't got nobody. I'm just and then I got the alphabet. Girl, fuck the alphabet. Fuck the wheelchair. I'm living. Clock that T. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Clock that T. Y'all got to be more careful. If y'all think I was gonna lose my mind or go sit in the corner, y'all madly mistaken, right? String on yo over here, hope. Because God, let me know how valuable I am. Because some of y'all think y'all better. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? How you try to shit on people and God to make you pull up right next to them with the same shit you got. Now what? Now what? Ain't it somebody they try to mistreat the little people? Everybody get a turn if they know what to do with it. I'm just saying. I'm not selfish at all. Because I'm one of the ones want to see you win, even though you don't want to see me win. But I'm going to win anyway. Every day that I open my eyes, I'm winning. What about you? And I'm not asking for a friend. Thank you, Gigi. What about you? When y'all gonna surrender and say, you know what, Lord? I'm not perfect, but I love you. And change the things that I can't change. The serenity prayer. Some things we can't change. Some things are out of our control. And you got to give some of y'all the wisdom to know the difference. Because a lot of people don't know. In spite of your imperfection, he said, my mercy and my grace are sufficient enough for you. It ain't never too late. The only time it's too late is when he take you off this earth. But when you're waking up every day, you still got a chance to get it right. So when you gonna get it right? Nobody's promised tomorrow, but I bet you got enough faith to go to sleep and say in your mind, you know, you're gonna wake up. Well, why you can't have enough faith to believe that He's gonna see you through? You got to make it make sense. Stop worrying, and I can say this now about that son and that daughter, those grandchildren, those nieces, those nephews. Stop stressing about stuff that's out of your control and give it to Him. He got it. He got it. He got you, and you. You know why I can tell you He got it? Because you over here listening to Ann Mays, and he told me to tell you He got it. But how you want Him to have it if you don't believe? He said He got it. He told me to tell y'all He got y'all. He see everything that you going through. He see how they lie, they steal, they cheat, they owe you money, and all that. He see all that. But He still told me to tell you, stop worrying, He got it. He got you. And I know what you're saying, but ain't no but. I ain't said but. I said, He said, He got you. I can't say no more. I'm going to just drink a little water because y'all don't listen to me. Stop worrying about what He ain't doing, she ain't doing, and focus on what He said He gonna do. Don't let that go over your head. Better yet, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Stop worrying about what Him talking about and her talking about. Stop worrying about what He ain't doing and she ain't doing, and focus on what He said He gonna do. Cause Him say, I'll never leave you or forsake you. And Him don't tell no lies. But her and him been lying to you all the while. That part, that part. Y'all think I got time to sit around here and worry about the people that not on this line? But let me tell y'all something. I know how He operates. A lot of people being tested right now. And a lot of ones who ain't on here, you know why? Because He exposed them for who it is. Because let me say this. I got 37 followers on Instagram. I got 2 pages on Instagram. On Facebook, I got I think almost 9,000, maybe 10,000 followers. On TikTok, I got 11 followers, right? On here, I have 2,000, almost 2,050 subscribers. So that ain't adding up. So why I can't take all the people, and not all of them, because all of them, they just follow. Why I can't take all them people from all them different places and gather them in one place Where they at? Because I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I'm standing on business. Because when you love somebody, right? When you love a comedian, you love a pastor, you love clothes, you love jewelry, you love cars, you love houses. When you love something, unlike when you love a person or you love a persona, you're going to follow the love. Clock that. But I bet you in the next 60 days, it's going to be overwhelming. And you know the people I'm going to remember? The ones I see. I can't remember you if I don't see you. Don't let that go over your head. And then some people don't even care. They still going to be there. But them right there, them right here, I be saying, y'all, I see them. And some of y'all don't even know where y'all blessings lie at. They're too busy caught up. But y'all just expose yourself. Because I meant what I said when I went on IG. If y'all could come on IG Live, y'all could come on YouTube Live. If y'all could come y'all could come on Facebook Live, y'all could come on YouTube Live. And you think I'm going back over there and say it again? I ain't doing that. Thank y'all for the 22 likes. I'm not kissing nobody ass. I'm going to stand on business. And the business is, I'm not going to give y'all what y'all want until y'all give me what I want. Clock that. It's a lot of things I be thinking about. And I don't even bring it up. And I notice nobody else ain't bring it up. When they bring it up, I'm going to bring it up. And it's something I've been thinking about. But the minute somebody asks that question, then I'm going to answer the question. And then I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm just waiting for somebody to ask me that question. Because we talked about it. But I'm just waiting. When they ask me that question, I'm going to answer. I thank God that I'm in a place in my life right now that I don't let nobody control me. And you can be a sister, a brother, cousin, whoever you is. I'm not going to let you make me be something that I'm not. And your life is your life. And you see life the way you want to see life. And I see life the way I see life. But if you see your life if you're not growing in your life, that means something ain't right. If you're not elevating in your life, that means something you're not doing right. A lot of people been following me for quite some time. And people say, oh, you ain't this and you ain't that and this and that. And I be like, you're right. But I guarantee you, everything I say out of my mouth, positive. I speak things into existence in my life. I bet you it happened. Even when I first got saved and got baptized and all that, I was saved, but I still was doing what I wanted to do. But it was a process. And it was a lot of things that got me to this point. Because don't y'all know you could be with a person and they could bring you back where you come from. And when I got married for the third time, when we first got married, it was all good. God was blessing us. God gave him money, you know what I'm saying, when he came home. And I was able to get the things I want and stuff like that. That's why I know so much, about ADA and all that kind of stuff there. But even though we had good days, it still turns out to be something that I couldn't never imagine happening in my life. But I would be with somebody and they would be doing all kind of stuff like not for us with the drugs because I ain't never want to be a part of nobody being around drugs or using drugs. But they'll be stealing and I'll be sitting in my car and they'll come back in the car with all the stolen stuff and all that kind of stuff there. And don't get me wrong, I know they're stealing. And I used to be like, now you're not putting that in my car and all that. Well, you say one thing out your mouth, but well, come pick me up. Well, you say you don't want to be a part of it, but you still going to pick this person up when you know they're in stole. So I wasn't doing the dirty work, but I still was being accessory. And when I made up my mind to get from around this person, and I prayed and I cried, once I got really fed up and I got from around this person, my life took a turn for the better. Because every time you look around, we got beat up by the police, and the police beat me up, handcuffed me to the ground, brought me to jail without a wheelchair, and beat him up bad where blood was coming out his eyes. And we really wasn't doing nothing, but it was a negative energy, and I was a part of it. And every time you look around, I was getting in trouble. I was accessory to something, even if it was him stealing or something like that. I still was around him. And then he started stealing from me. And I just felt like one day enough is enough. And I was reading when I was looking on the YouTube channel, the guy who did the interview with me on Real Report. And they had a young lady on there talking about she was just as nasty as him. She stood with him. And I was like, girl, whatever. And Miss Perfect. So I'm nasty because I stood with a man that infected me. That made me nasty. I just felt like in my mind, it said, to that door's part, you gave it to me, and guess what? You're going to deal with me with it. Like that. And so I said, you know what? Enough is enough. It was one thing to give it to me, but I'm not going to sit here and be a damn fool and sit around and see you sleeping with other people, and I'm not going to say nothing. That was the final straw. And I don't give a damn who didn't like the fact that I said, yeah, once I found out, we gonna tough this out. And once I realized that, oh, so it's supposed to be me and you after you did what you did to me. So you want to cheat? Okay. That was the final straw. See, some of y'all women out there, y'all gotta, y'all gotta, y'all gotta think before y'all say shit. For her to say, oh, both of them, girl, go sit the fuck down. And you probably a bitch around here still fucking different men. That was a man that I was married to. What about you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I'm saying that to say that you can be around negative energy and you can find yourself getting caught up into some shit that had nothing to do with you. All the while I'm riding with him as my husband. And when the police pulled me over, I got a simple battery assault with a deadly weapon. The police said, you got a warrant. said, a warrant for what? He said, assault with a deadly weapon. But this one right here, that's in the passenger seat, ain't open his fucking mouth. Because he already know what he did. He put a charge on me, and his bitch put a charge on me for hitting my own car. Because I blocked them off. And then they ain't put a charge on me that day. But you still was coming around me like it was all good, knowing that you and your bitch hadn't put a charge on me. And I went to jail. And when I went to jail, and I get out of jail, everything in my house was gone. My cell phone was sold. My clothes was sold. My purses was sold. My shoes was sold. Even much my Magnolite pots was sold. And thank God for a tracking device on my car. I called my car phone and I said, bring me my fucking car right now. And he ain't had no plans on bringing it to me. But I'm a street girl. I got more street sense than book sense. And I had to put my thinking cap on. And I'm going to ride all night until I find you. Oh, when bitch, I found you. So let me get that out you. I called the tow truck again. Put that car on the tow truck and bring it to my house. And you and your little partner in here, get the fuck out. That's what I did. I said that to say, when a person really show you who they are, because I ain't never been around nobody that ever smoked crack in my life. I ain't never experienced that. And when I thought my back was turning, somebody was smoking crack, I thought it was lightning outside. And I was like, you got to get the fuck out of my life. That was the final straw right there. 2. I'm just saying. God give you warnings. Like the other one, oh, come by my house. I got something for you. I want to show you something. I got some money for you. Come by my house. And you know, too, bitches out there when the motherfuckers say they got some money, all money ain't good money. I got some money for you. Come get it. All right, I'm going to come get it. It wasn't no money. He wanted me to say I'm smoking crack. I said, you got me fucked up. That was the final straw for that nigga, too. Negro, too. Y'all be surprised at these niggas sucking on a glass dick. They don't look like it, but they is. I ain't never saw no man smoke crack until I saw that one and I saw the other one. And bitch, you think I ever make a decision to be with a crackhead? Not at all. Not me. I got too much pride with myself. And then when people, they looking at, show me your company, I tell you who it is. And motherfuckers started thinking that I'm the crackhead. It's time for me to go. Bitch, because I ain't never smoked a crack a day in my life. Let alone seen somebody smoking. So this a warning to a lot of y'all. Just because you don't see it, don't mean it's not there. Clock that T. Clock that T. And if you're weak, you're me. Only the strong gonna survive. And I had to be a hell of a strong woman to survive all the shit I survived. So you think I'm gonna sit around here and worry about what the fuck you do? You think I'm gonna sit around here and keep letting you play in my fucking face when I know who I am? I don't need you. I don't need none of y'all. All I need is Jehovah. And I need the ones who love me and go embrace me. But the ones who don't like me and the ones who don't know me and I don't know you, I could care less. I don't give a fuck about you not liking me. Because all these people that be on here and all these people that show love and all the people that follow me around the world, the love outweigh the hate. So why would I worry about you when you don't even validate me? I'm just saying. I've been mentally and physically abused. That's the topic for today. What about you? What about you? Because, girl, you didn't pass that shit down to your children. Because you fucked up. And you don't even want to admit that you fucked up. He fucked up. And he don't even want to admit it. But he is. He is a narcissist. She is a narcissist. She's schizophrenia. He's schizophrenia. But y'all in denial. So both of y'all fucked up. And guess what? With two fucked up people, and y'all bring children in the world, the children most likely gonna be fucked up if y'all don't pray for them and ask God to protect them and not let your sins fall down on them. See, my children is the total opposite of me. But what's in them and what I taught them will come out. Clock that T. But I did a lot of jacking and robbing. A lot of inside undercover hoeing. And my children is the opposite. They graduate from college, high school, and all that. And I didn't. But I got a GED. That speak a little something. And I'm blessed and highly favored. Clock that T. Got to be more careful when you try to judge me. Like you ain't got no flaws. Or you think because you love God and you praise and worship him and you go to church on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, or whatever day you go, or you think you're better than me, huh? But you're not. Because he in my heart. Him love me. Him love me first. Him love a lot of us. Even the ones that don't love him. He love them too. But he got to chastise them when they be disobedient. He got to chastise them when they be disobedient. He chastised me. And I ain't even mad at him. But you know the good part about life? I'm still alive. I'm still here with a purpose. I'm just saying. That speak volume. For you that say, I always stay in a wheelchair. Girl, you're not in a wheelchair, but you fucked up mentally. You mentally paralyzed. But but y'all have the nerve to talk about another woman, another man. Girl, you got a husband. Boy, you got a wife. And y'all fucked up. Because y'all put up a facade. When y'all go outside, y'all make the world think y'all the perfect couple. When none of us is perfect. And God forbid it's both of y'all sinners. That's even worse. Y'all try to justify y'all wrongdoing. The word ain't never changed. Y'all think y'all got away? We only get by. It's coming back to haunt you, your past. You know why your past gonna catch up with you? Because you ain't changed. You still that person that want to be known, want to be seen. I want to be this. I want them to see me as the boss. Oh, I thought you was humble. I thought, I thought you was humble. That ain't what I'm saying. Because sometimes when we do stuff in life, he want us to go sit down. Thank you, Gigi. He want us to go sit down. But he always have a way of reminding you what you did. He ain't forgot. He didn't forget. So either you going to change your life, repent, ask for forgiveness, and the person life that you destroyed, he wants you to confess and tell the truth. And he really wants you to tell that person, you sorry, but you ain't going to do it. Because your pride, your pride, your pride. Wow. Is it your pride or you worrying about what people gonna say? But you know what makes me feel so good? And you know what makes me feel so special and what makes me know I'm special? Woman a woman. When I can come to you and know what you did me wasn't right. And what makes me a better woman than a lot of y'all is when somebody try to destroy your life and you roll up to them or walk up to them and say, I forgive you. I forgive you. But you know what? At that moment, you know what they were supposed to say? I'm sorry for what I did. Once they say they sorry and take accountability, that takes the weight off their shoulder. Until then, they carrying a heavy load. Because they want to justify in their delusional mind what they did was right. And they surrounded with a bunch of crabs in the barrel. And they didn't convince you to believe what you did was justifiable when it wasn't. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. You know what? When my cousin, you know what makes me love my cousin? The one that I'm being with now, that y'all see me with a lot. God test her loyalty. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't know anything about it. God test her loyalty. And another reason why I really, really love my cousin is when people was pointing the finger at me and lying. She said, that girl not like that. That girl ain't started with nobody. That's not her. She was able to speak up for me when I wasn't even around. Because they were saying, oh, you around there, being with Ann, and all this, and Ann is, and Ann, and with that girl. And she said, no, she didn't. I was there. No, she didn't. That speak volume. And then I love my cousin. A lot of my cousins, my sister, whatever. I love when people speak up for me. Because they got some of y'all dumbass out there that'll let somebody say something about me and you motherfuckers will stand there and wouldn't even open your fucking mouth. But I got a cousin. And when somebody tried to talk about me or somebody tried to play with me, you know what stepped in her mind? That's the cousin I was raised with. That's the cousin I was in the same house with. I know my cousin. When I needed her, she dropped everything she did and popped up on the scene with a fucking bat in her hand and saying nobody gonna fuck with my cousin. Clock that tea. And when somebody tried to talk about me and she knew it wasn't right, she said I was there. So what you talking about is a lie. Because I was right there. Says all you bitches out there that go along to get along. Because that's what y'all like. But we're the ones that don't clap for me and say, not that one. That ain't her. They ain't never been her. You know why they can speak up? Because they're not being controlled like some of y'all. And they don't dislike me. They love me. Unlike some of y'all fake ass. And y'all know who y'all is. Thank you, Sandra. When you gonna speak up for your son? When you gonna speak up for your daughter? When you gonna speak up for your mama? When you gonna speak up for your daddy? You know why you can't speak up? Because you being controlled. Well, you need the man to fuck up. You need the woman to fuck up. You call yourself a woman, right? You say you the man of the house, right? Well, act like it. I'm just saying. Thank you, Sandra, Queen. I'm just saying. Because I ain't afraid to tell you, when you're wrong. I don't give a damn who you are. I know who I am. Y'all be dick riding. Y'all ride on people that y'all think is better than other people. And y'all try to make certain people feel like they beneath y'all. Wow. See, you bitches over there ain't never had that. So y'all got an opportunity to get in the spotlight temporarily until it all come crumbling down. And you know how it's gonna come crumbling down? When y'all fuck over the wrong people. Clock that tea. See, it's handicapped, the disabled, the blind, the crippled, the crazy, the people that y'all make fun of. I mean, you could be a comedian and say something about somebody, but not making fun of them, but is making fun of them. But at the same time, you might play about something, but somebody else don't play about that. So what it let me know about a lot of y'all is y'all not even yourself. When you let somebody control the way that you should treat a person, you fucked up mentally. Ain't a man or woman alive control me. Ain't but one man control me, and his name is Jehovah. What about you? Who you following around? Because the bodyguard can't protect you. If somebody really wants you, if somebody really want to do you something, girl, if somebody really want to do you something, they'll take you and your bodyguard out too. You got to know you're covered. I'm just saying. Because we got celebrities that walk around, they go different places. They can go anywhere they want. And they ain't got to have a bodyguard. Because they cover by the blood. I got an armor. I'm covered and my children cover. And my children cover. And my family covered. And my friends. And the people that love me. We covered. Clock that T. Why would y'all go and listen to somebody who never been through nothing? Why? What they gonna tell y'all? I'm asking for a friend right now. What somebody could tell you about raising children if they never raised one? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, Miss Deuce. Sometimes we have to just people have drama over and protect your peace. Right. And I do. And I do. And you know what, y'all? When you're not convenient for people and you don't give them what they want and you don't praise them, brings on problems. See, I'm a problem because I'm not an ass kisser. I love you and I'm family oriented. I love family. I love people that love me. But I had to find out there's a difference. Embrace the ones gonna embrace you. And the ones that's not gonna clap, fuck them. Since you wanna play in my face, since y'all wanna play in my face and act like I ain't nobody, fuck y'all. There's so much I can say. There's so much I can say. In spite of everything y'all do, I still be letting y'all make it. It's so much I could say. You don't make me. You don't validate me. For a lot of y'all, I was here before y'all. So how could you feel or make yourself feel that you, I mean, in your own delusional mind, you can make yourself feel like I'm better than them because y'all came after us. Some of y'all want to take all the credit like it's all you. The cool part about it, y'all don't even know where the blessing came from. You in denial. In your mind, I did this. Oh wow. That's how you feel? That's how you feel? Because at the end of the day, even though my grandfather, Warren Mays, is not here, without him, I wouldn't have had a daddy. It was Warren Mays, the first, senior, then Warren Mays, junior, then Warren Mays, the third. So without them, it wouldn't be Ann Mays. Don't let that go over your head. So you mean to tell me I'm going to forget about the Mays that paid the way? I'm just saying. So I'm going to forget about the Mays that paid the way before me. Wow. Clock that T. I'm just saying. It started from somewhere. And I'm not going to respect. I'm not going to respect that. Wow. I'm just saying. See, that's your fucking problem. That's your problem. Y'all think everything y'all got, y'all did that. Oh my God. So that's what y'all thinking? Let me drink some water. Oh, you did that? Okay. Well, let me tell y'all something. I would never take the credit from the ones who paid the way. I will always, and I got a grandmother, and they call her the Big Mama, and I will always honor her legacy. Anybody know anything about the Iberville Project? Consider the Fort Wall, the Stone Anaconda on St. Louis and Villeray, the Washerette, the game room was my grandmother's stove. So when we talking about honoring some people, they paid the way. The boy Ramon Claiborne, the teenager club, Warren Mays, Club Adidas, Club Polo. And y'all talking about honoring? Y'all talking about honoring? So Warren Mays ain't paid the way? Because last time I recall, and I'm going to say it again, because y'all starting to act like y'all forgot the first local rapper, bounce rapper, to sign a major deal with Atlantic Records. Oh, y'all forgot? Okay. Well, guess what? I ain't gonna let you bitches forget. Because he paid the way. He did some shit some of you other motherfuckers ain't never did. Clock that tea. At least the teenagers had a club to go to. At least their parents drop them off and pick them up and ain't nobody got unalive. And y'all don't even want to respect and honor his name. And I can't say that because I did go get his plaque from City Hall. And I want to thank y'all for honoring my brother. Honoring my brother. Unlike some of you bitches, y'all forgot. He paid the way. If God forbid, if I chose, I'm going to say that. Because if I chose to be a queen for anybody, I'm going to show y'all how to honor some people. Don't let that go over y'all fucking head. Because my grandmother paid the way. My grandmother had another store on Rampart. And my grandmother named Carrie Wait in New Orleans. Go look at my pictures on my page. It's the red lady with the golds and the rubies and the diamonds in her mouth. Her name is Miss Gladys Adams Richardson. She paid the way. She had a black store in a community by the Iberville grocery store. Oh, y'all forgot? She had the Lover's Den on Claiborne. Yeah, when you come down the Claiborne Bridge, the ballroom was on the right side. My brother had the teenage clubs with the young girls wearing the Giddy Girl ponytails. My brother had the coldest eye rock in New Orleans. He came in first place when they had the car show. Oh, y'all forgot? Well, let me remind y'all. He was something serious. He went to Texas A&M. Oh, y'all ain't know that either? Clock that tea. Oh, thought I was going to let y'all forget about my brother. Okay. And some of y'all wonder why y'all life still at a standstill. Oh, y'all celebrities. Only in New Orleans. Because I know when my brother had the funeral, Dougie Fresh was there. That was his best friend. And he came to New Orleans for his best friend's funeral. How about that? And I'm going to be real with y'all. The biggest soldier flowers that was at his funeral, Master P sent them. How about that? How about that? So to a lot of y'all that don't know, Warren Mays will always be a legend. But I understand some of y'all don't want to give him his flowers. But he got a sister right here. The legacy gon' still go on, even when I'm not here. I'm just saying. Watch what God about to do to the people that's faithful to him. Watch what God about to do. God rise you up in front of your enemies. in front of the people that think you are beneath them when they not. I'm not beneath nobody at all. And I'll be listening when people say, because at one time, a lot of people didn't know who I was. So a lot of y'all, when I was going off on y'all friends and all that, y'all came on there taking up for y'all friend who that lady is. And they said, a lot of y'all call yourself playing with me. And I remember until y'all really got to know who the fuck I really was. Because in y'all mind, y'all was like, oh, she must be looking for clout and she trying to get clout. We was clout before you even was fucking born. You wasn't even thought of when your mama and your daddy had you. And we been getting money over here. And I ain't boasting and bragging. We been had a name. My daddy had a name before I even came into the world. My daddy and my mom. I'm just saying. My daddy wrote songs for the brass band, somebody brass band, and they still be playing the songs that he wrote. And he probably ain't get a dime. But it's okay, because the legacy lives on. You ask anybody that's still here 50 and 60 and 70 years ago. My daddy was a legend as well. My daddy had concerts at the auditorium by Mahalia Jackson for the ones who don't know. And why wouldn't I acknowledge the people that paid the way? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And I love my sister to death. You know why? Because she loved me. And I don't play about my sisters and my brothers. Even though they know when I get mad. But they understand me. And they know what I'm coming. They got to move out the way. Because I ain't trying to hear nothing. So to a lot of people that don't know, they be trying to act like they don't know. I know. I'm going to show y'all how to honor some people. Unlike some of y'all with that fake ass shit y'all did. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do anybody have a number to the billboards? I'm talking about the big old billboards. Like when you be going across the river or you're going to Slidell. Can anybody find a number for me? With the billboard, the people that do the billboards. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And in spite of, my brother wasn't perfect. My brother loved women. And in spite of his imperfection and all the stuff he went through, he still was a good dude. And he didn't deserve what happened to him. But guess what? No matter what people do to you, a lot of y'all might think justice don't be served in a traditional system, but they get their just due. Everybody. The one who actually unalived my brother, he's no longer here. He unalived himself. But the other one who put the hit, he not here for sure. Not in New Orleans. So wherever he at, it's all good. But he not here. But the trigger man, he is no longer here. And ain't nobody had to put a finger on him. That speak volume. Or I say, he'll fight your battle. Just sit back. I got him. He said he'll fight our battle. So why you trying to fight your own battle? See, that's the part I had to learn. 72 hours me. I'm thinking, toss and turn, toss. I'm thinking about, so you play with me. And he's saying, be calm, be calm, be calm. I got you. But don't believe everything that you see. Because it's a facade. Everybody gonna get their just due in due time. I will be honoring my grandmother. My grandmother lent money out to thousands of people. Even if she got $1 on $1. They was willing to pay because they was desperate to pay their bills. And y'all forgot? How could y'all forget about a woman that paid y'all bills, that put food on y'all table? And a lot of y'all from the Iberville, y'all know my grandma. A lot of y'all grown, and there's a lot of time y'all mama didn't have money. And my grandmother gave them credit, food on credit. And y'all know, because she made sure y'all ate. Clock that tea. So to y'all that be around there talking that shit, I come from a family with money. I come from a grandmother that anything I needed, all I had to do is ask. Even though she'll say, I want my money back. But she gave it to me. Even when I was in jail and my bond was $250,000. Clock that tea. And she made my bond. Don't let that go over your head. And that was in the 70s and the 80s. My bond was $250,000. And she got me out of there. And anybody else in the family that got in trouble, she got them out. And she also said, when I leave this earth the day of tomorrow, don't get in no trouble. Because I'm not going to be here to get you out of it. And she also said, trouble is easy to get into, but it's hard like hell to get out of it. Clock that tea. I'm just saying. So a lot of us that was around before my grandmother passed. And when she passed, I ain't no need getting in no trouble. Because grandma not here to get y'all. So y'all can say whatever y'all want and feel however y'all want to feel. But I know what my grandmother did for a lot of y'all in the Iberville project in the Fort Wall. She paid the way. She made sure y'all ate when your mama ain't even had no money. Clock that tea. When y'all get a chance, go on my page. It's the bright lady that look like the white lady with the diamonds and the rubies and the golds and the silver across her mouth. And y'all be talking about the first ones that had diamonds in their mouth. My grandma is an older lady, and some of y'all younger. So how could y'all ever fix your mouth to say that y'all was the first? I'm just saying. I ain't never told y'all a lie. The proof is in the pudding. And there's a lot of stuff I ain't never told y'all. Keep following. Keep listening. There's a lot of stuff that y'all don't know. Y'all gonna know sooner than later. So I went over my time. Y'all can share the live. Thank y'all for the 25 likes. Y'all can always share the live on YouTube. I'm grateful for y'all everyday Cheryl, Sandra, Wanda, Gigi, Miss Doe, Pam, Jocelyn, K Chill, Red, Gigi. I am so forever grateful for each and one of y'all. And it don't stop here. And I will never forget y'all. And I love y'all. And y'all be blessed. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.